Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Jessie. So today is going to be a chit chat video on how I failed and passed on my DMV permit driving exam. So if you want to know my personal experience, just go ahead and keep on watching. So we went there September 8th, and then the documents that I needed was like two statements or any proof that I lived on that specific address that I have, and then two IDs that have like photos on it. And then I went in line. It kind of took me like a long time, like 20 minutes or 25. There was a lot of people. I don't think there was ever a day that there was no people at DMV. But anyway, so I went in line. I did not have any reservation, or what do you call that? An appointment, a scheduled appointment. I was just a walk-in. That's why it took me a little bit longer. So I showed all the documents and they put it on file, put it in their computer, and then I was given a number, and then I went to another window for processing as well, and then told me to go to the photo booth. And after the photo booth, they will have your thumb marks or something like that. So after that, I went to there were computers. So what it looks, the testing area on what it looks like is just on this side of the office, and there are like covers, and chairs are only provided for those who are physically, I don't know what you call that, but yeah, those who are in a wheelchair. Sorry if my English is really bad. It's not my first language, like what I've explained for like a gazillion times, so I'm having a little hard time to explain myself. So yeah, I thought that you can request either if you wanted to do the exam on paper or in a computer, but I just did it on a computer. And I prepared for the exam, like I downloaded this app. I mean, the app was accurate. Probably there's like only one app for the DMV California something practice test. Is just one app. You can clearly see it there when you go to the app store and type it in. The app was correct, and I took it for I studied for like 3 days using that app. And even if I passed on that practice test on the app, when I was taking my exam, it was so different. I mean, it's the same, but the questions are mumbled. It was so different. And by the way, I paid $30 for that. I mean, 33 to be exact. So you have 3 chances of winning. 3 chances of winning. 3 chances to pass. 3 takes. And it's just, the first time I took it, I was like taking it with negligence. I did not take my time because I know that it's just pure common sense, and I was just so confident. I did not take my time. By the way, it was touch screen. You know what's funny is that I have to like tiptoe the whole exam because I was tiny. I'm just 4'11", and I have to like tilt the computer like that. And yeah, I knew to myself that I studied, but I was just really wondering why I did not pass. Probably because I based my answers upon John Dre's driving, which I just found out that he's like doing a lot of wrong things. So that's just so wrong. And then I just based my studies in the app. I actually went to the DMV online site, and it's kind of like boring, so no offense, but it's like just really, I was just constantly looking for something that could really help me, and I thought the app helped me. And then I was just answering recklessly. Sorry if I keep on repeating myself, but I'm just going to like reenact it. I was just answering, and because I was so cocky to myself, like I'm so sure that I'm gonna pass because it's purely common sense. And then I did not realize that I already had like 5 to 6 mistakes, I believe. And then I failed, and John Ray was sitting in front. And I just felt really sad because those kids are passing, and I'm like, here, didn't pass. Like, I feel like everybody's looking at me because I'm like old already. And I went to John Ray, and John Ray, I told John Ray, like, hey, let's go. And he's like, what? You know, he's fucking being loud. And I was like, shit. And now it's even more awkward and embarrassing because he was sitting in front and people are probably like, what's happening? You know what I mean? John Ray is kind of like the person that I'm already serious, but he's gonna joke around about it. But I'm all seriously hurt that day. And then we went to the car. And as soon as we went to the car, I sat down and I was like, oh, by the way, when we were out the door, John Ray was like, oh no. And that made me even more mad. Like, holy shit, honey, are you kidding me? I'm like so serious. Like, I need this for my job. You know what I mean? So it was like, oh no, baby. And people were started looking at, I did not really like that. So I just pretty butthurt. And then we went to the car and I crumpled, like, I got so mad that I did that. And John was like, what the fuck, babe? And I was like, ah, man, this is your fault. You drive illegally. And did you study? Yeah, I did study. I studied for 3 days. And I was like, so yeah, I did not pass. And I cried a bit. And I was trying not to cry because my makeup was expensive that day. And yeah, we went home. And before we went home, we got food. And then I ate, and then I felt better. So the following week, the next day, I was trying to look for something, and this video on YouTube popped in front of me, and then that was the video that I used for studying. And there are 2 videos, part 1 and part 2, which I will put on the description box down below, because that app helped me like a lot, guys. All you have to do is watch it. Each video is like 40 minutes, but trust me, Felicia, it's really helpful. So what I did is that I watched the video, and everything that I have like incorrectly, I wrote it on a paper, which is like a lot, if you can see. And I started to like imagine it and draw it a little bit like that. I don't know. Oh, look at my drawing. It looks so beautiful. So yeah, those are the only things that I really thoroughly reviewed, because most of the items there, most of the questions there are really common sense. And yeah, all of those that I did not understand, I wrote it all and studied that for like over and over and over. And then the next time I took it, that was like after 7 days. You can actually take it 3 times, like all in one go, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to waste $33 and I don't want to be a cocky son of a bitch again and just, you know. So I took the test and I went there and I showed my receipt last time, and then I just got my thumbprint and then went to the exam area. And this time I'm taking my time. Like, I'm like really, even if I know the answer already, I kept on reading it like 2 times each question. So that's how I answered it. And if I'm confused with one question, if I really can't think of the answer, I would spend for like at least a minute to think it over, or a minute or 2. Like, I don't want to fail, so I was imagining the situation in my head. Where are you going to face it if you are going to park a pill, that and that, yada yada yada. And to my surprise, all of the questions in that video, which I will again put down the link below, those were the accurate questions that I saw in the video. Very, very accurate. All of those are just kind of like cut like in a different way, but all of the questions there and all of the answers are very exactly like super alike. So I suggest that you guys study that, and whatever you don't understand, write it on a piece of paper, because the answer will be provided anyway when you review it. And that's how I did it. That's how I passed. I only got like, I believe like 2 mistakes because of that video, so it helped me a lot. It can really help you a lot if you focus. Just mind your own business. Don't be confused with other people. Don't be like, you know what I mean? Mind your own business, focus, take your time. That's what's very important. Do not rush. Like, one of the reasons why I failed, because I was rushing. I was just really rushing. Always think it over, and before you submit it, because try to count your mistakes just to make yourself aware, because the first time I wasn't counting my mistakes. I was like shit. When they told me like I didn't pass, I was like mood. So anyways, that's how I passed. So my next chit chat video is probably gonna be my driving exam, my actual driving exam. So that's it, guys. Just watch the video and just watch it over and over. I only studied like one day, then I passed using that video. So that's it. Be confident, just study, and I'm absolutely sure that you're gonna pass. Let me know if you pass on the comment box down below, and good luck, biatch. Bye.